Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Ōkami. We've traveled back through the Spirit Gate to an uncanny Kamiki village at a time it shouldn't be. So I'm gonna go see if I can find a familiar face in Susanoo. It sounds like him, looks like him, and is Susanoo's ego. Let's wake him up. However, that is not Susanoo's sword. And the armor doesn't look too familiar either. I must have dozed off while training to defeat that no-good god Shiranui. What do you want with me? I'm Nagi, the greatest warrior ever. Oh? Wait a minute. You're Shiranui. This little dreamer or something pops? I mean, greatest warrior ever? Give me a break. You brought along a little pea-sized monster this time? Well, I have you now, Shiranui. You monster. So, this gets further complicated. Why does Nagi think that Shiranui is a monster? Why are we 100 years in the past on the night of the full moon? On the night of the festival at that? The past? Stop speaking nonsense. Look at that moon. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Tonight is the night when the moon waxes to its fullest. It marks the day when Orochi shall claim his human sacrifice. Wait a second. What the heck's going on? This sinister air. That jerk Orochi must be stirring. How is that possible? How indeed? Well, it's 100 years ago, so I believe we answered the question. Too late to feign innocence, Shiranui. Oh, we're doing this. We know you come each year to size up Orochi's human sacrifices. But this time, things are going to be different. I, Nagi, shall put an end to your devilish work. Orochi, Nagi? No, it can't be. The Spirit Gate couldn't have possibly sent us back to Kamiki Village 100 years in the past! It did. And now that we're all caught up and on the same page, it's time to fight the legendary Nagi, who is a huge pushover. Somebody once asked Hideki Kamiya on Twitter why Okami is easier than his other games, and his response just nails it. He said because there should be no difficulty when reading folklore. This really is a game that's trying to celebrate and pass on a history, these cultural touchstones, so yeah, that makes sense. Now, one or two more should do it. Oh, I missed the swords. It's very similar to Waka in that way, where you can knock the summoned swords back with a power slash. He keeps calling himself Nagi. I thought he was Susanoo. Then again, he looks just like the statue of Nagi in the village. I mean, they're ancestors and they look identical. That vibe in the village. Oh no. And now this big old full moon. Now I'm positive. We really did go back to Kamiki Village 100 years in the past! Oh my god. I get it now. Everybody thought Shiranui came to the village before the festival to size up the next sacrifice. They thought Shiranui was Orochi's familiar or something. So that's why he called you Shiranui and wanted to fight you? It's easy to mix up the wolves you want to fight to the death. It happens to all of us from time to time. I just hope our coming here hasn't totally messed up history. Look, the villagers are all gathered in front of his house. Mr. Grapefruit! Please come out, we need your help. Shiranui once again roams our village. It seeks to size up Orochi's next victim. The moon's at its fullest. And we're repeating all of the information to make sure that you're really getting it. And once again, Orochi has chosen his sacrifice by marking the chosen maiden's home with an arrow. This will be the 100th maiden since this terrible rite began. And it's essentially the same one as it was in modern time. In present day. It's the sake brewer. Or Nami. That's her name in this. I believe in you, Nagi. You've trained long and hard to slay the dreaded Orochi. I shall not lose faith. I'm not afraid to face Orochi in the Moon Cave. Just gently reminding the player where to go, in case you forgot, because this was about 30 hours ago at this point. I'm gonna go change into the white sacrificial robe. Please, everyone, go hide in your homes. It's not safe out here. Isn't the whole point of the sacrifice to make things safer for everyone else? Anyway, sick of Orochi. Yeah, gotta go get him. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea knocking Nagi out like that. I mean, what about the legend? You know, the legend about Nagi? Disguising himself as the maiden to be sacrificed and then slew the dreaded Orochi. Amy, did you know about the legend? How's he gonna do that if he's out cold right here? This is gonna change history. Can't let him do it. Or gotta make him do it. We'll have to look for Lika later. Gotta think of something quick. Well, I guess we should just make sure things go just like in the legend. That means we'll have to dress Nagi up like a maiden. Now then, where to begin? Okay, yeah, we're gonna get the robe. Uh-huh. Let's go swipe that white sacrificial robe. Nami is just over here by the waterfall. Hold on a sec. Look at that. Fuck off, Isu. Jesus. Good. Eyes on the prize. Oh, and yeah, she's got a jug of the 8 purification sake. Pretty noble of her, considering Orochi's gonna gobble her up. No! Isun! Go away! So you just want to be slow and cautious with your approach. Don't alert her, don't spook her, don't make her turn around. Bite the robes and the sake and carry them off. Just very slowly. And now comes the fun part. Dressing Nagi, who is asleep. Because we put him to sleep. Now Nagi can pretend to be the maiden sent to be sacrificed. And we're gonna ride to the moon cave with him just like, oh, what's her name? The other sake brewer from present day. Kushi? Yeah, let's take him over to the moon cave before he wakes up. After all, he's dressed up for his date with Destiny. They use that animation so seldom, but it's a treat every time. They even have like the little cartoon slide whistle that goes with it. So the merchant is poisonous. Yes, poisonous, which is why we're not going to eat him, of course. He will still sell us things, including, look at all this, and for hefty prices, mind you, one new weapon for every type. Which one? Eighth Wonder seems... yeah, that's the ticket. Especially since I have been rocking the double glaives for a while now. I think this should let us replace one of them. And even Shinshu Field is a little bit different. It's a little more washed out and gloomy. Yeah, we have... ah, yeah, it was Kushi. And I think we have a new enemy? Yeah! I don't remember their names, but they're wonderful and delightful. But they also behave like the starting enemies. They're essentially just like upgraded versions of them. So we'll take the timeout in the beginning of this to put the new one on main. Do I want to switch this around since I haven't upgraded that with Gold Dust yet? It might still do more damage even without, just because it's newer. If not, it'll be close enough. Not exactly about to go min-maxing. Not when I can just turn my brain off and enjoy the lovely dive kick. It's so damn fun! Like, it's just one of those fun buttons to hit. Slash him to break his armor, and oh, that almost did it. And then I believe, oh, we'll have to wait for another one. Kind of overdid it, but I think there's at least one other fight on the way to the moon cave. Am I remembering that right? I guess we'll find out. And I totally forgot this was over here. Silver pocket watch. Racy little number. And as you can see, there's still a little bit of use for money. We are not quite at the point where it's obsolete yet. Oh, get up there. But by the end of the game, you just have so much. There are a couple of other money sinks that we really didn't spend much time with, like a couple of the grottos. You can throw an inordinate amount of yen in there, like a couple 100,000, if you want a few hidden brush techniques. But beyond that, you're still pretty loaded by the end of the game. I love that we get to see this again. And it's somehow even more sickly and diseased looking than before. Let's see. I think we'll get right up to the fight. And then we'll call it. That way we can jump right into the refight next time. Yeah, there was one more fight. Again, just a stronger version of the basic enemy types. Look at the little cute model. Ah! It's so good. And I believe their floral finish will both be... Ooh, hello. The floral finish will be for Power Slash. Oops. I think we'll get it from that one, but you will not be a problem. And just like a lot of endgame enemies, you don't just get one fang from them, you get a lot. 4 at a time. Oh, and a golden peach. So unlike before, when we enter the moon cave, we don't actually have to do a dungeon. It's just going to be straight into the pre-fight. That Orochi must think no one would dare come in here. We should still be careful no matter how unprepared that snake is. I mean, if you think about it, you managed to slay Orochi 100 years ago. But you died too. And you were at your peak back then. Legend says you appeared each year around the time of the sacrifice. Back then, you were called Shiranui and were said to be a monster. It's just occurred to me that for Orochi, it is the snackrifice. Well, I suppose you had your reasons. But I bet it made Orochi think you were a big fat chicken. Oh, good morning. How are you? Hmm? Where am I? Where do I get these fine threads? What in the world? Why am I wearing this? Now you can pretend to be the human sacrifice and slay Orochi. Then Nami will fall for you big time. Remember, Sarge? It was your plan. I was just anticipating your orders. I am Nagi, the greatest warrior who ever lived. That's where Susanoo gets the ego from. Brace yourself, Amy. Here it comes. Looks like Orochi can taste the difference between man and maiden. Well, this is it, Amy. Psych yourself up. We're about to face Orochi in peak condition. True Orochi. It even looks a little more ominous. Like the clouds are swirling more violently. Yeah, it'll be handy to have the 8 purification sake. Alright. So, at the top of the stairs, we will be refighting Orochi, except this time it will be true Orochi. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one, y'all.